How's it going, guys? My name is Dom, and today I want to talk about inheritance, or the extends keyword, in regards to JavaScript classes. So basically, the extends keyword allows you to achieve the concept of inheritance in JavaScript classes. So you're basically going to use this whenever you have a generic class and then you want to actually create a new child class of that generic one, while still maintaining its features and behavior, but a little bit extra. So basically, it's when you have a parent class to create a child class. Okay, so let's see how to actually do this. So I'm going to create a new class here, and this will be a representation of a person. So let's type out the class keyword and then just say person, just like that. This person will have, let's just say, two properties. We'll have a name and an age. So in the constructor, let's take in a name and an age, just like that. And then assign two instance properties. We'll say this.name equal to the name and this.age equal to the age passed in. Okay. This will be our parent class, the generic class. Now, let's just say inside our code we have a function. Okay. This function, we'll call this one something like develop software. This function requires a bunch of programmers to develop the software. So this will take in an array of programmers just like that. Okay. Inside here, basically we'll just say develop software. So each one of these programmers are going to develop some sort of software. So as you can see, a normal person won't be able to actually be passed in to this array because we expect programmers, not a generic person with no attribute on their skill or occupation. So we're actually going to create a child class which inherits from this person class, and this child class is going to be a programmer. So we can achieve this by creating a new class, okay, and call this one programmer. Okay. Now, if we type out extends here, so extends and then say person, we've just achieved inheritance. So now we have a programmer which extends a person, which means it takes in all the attributes and behavior of this person, so name and age, and it also will have its own custom behavior and properties itself. So I might just create a new method inside the person real quick and just say something like describe or something like that. So describe, this will just simply console.log a message saying I am and then their name. So I am, I don't know, Dom, and I am age years old. Okay. Say this.name. So now this programmer class is going to have access to not only these properties but also access to the describe method. Okay, so down here, let's create the constructor for this programmer. We'll type out constructor here. This will take in a name and an age. Okay, the same thing as the actual parent class. And also let's just say years of experience. We'll say years of experience. Alright. So now, inside here, we actually have to call the parent class. Oh, sorry, the parent constructor. So we still have to actually assign the name and age, but we can do this in a more generic way by typing out super and then passing in name and age. So here, this super is basically just going to call the constructor of the person. That way all this logic is still maintained in this class. Okay, so super name age basically just calls this in the parent class. Now down here is the custom behavior of, I can spell this out, behavior of the programmer. Let's just say this.years of experience is equal to that parameter right there. Okay, so now before we define a new method for this programmer, let's just create some instances of these people. So down here, let's just create a new person, so a new generic person. So we'll say person1 is equal to a new person, and we'll pass in a name of something like Jeff and an age of something like 45. Okay. Let's also create a programmer. We'll say let and then programmer1 equal to a new programmer, passing in a name such as, I don't know, Dom, myself, age of 56, and years of experience, I've had about 12. Okay, not really, but that's alright. So now we have these two people, a person, we have one person here, another person, we have two people, but the programmer is a special type of person, okay? So, we can now console.log person1 and do the same thing for the programmer number 1. If I was to save this and refresh the web browser, in the console, okay, fair enough. Let's just see what's happening here. Yep, cool. Put that there, perfect, okay. Save and refresh this one. Alright, we get a person, name of Jeff, age 45. Programmer, name Dom, age 56, and years of experience 12. So we can see how we have, obviously, this the same behavior as the person with extra added functionality of 12 years of experience. The prototype for this programmer is person, and you can see how it all works with the prototype chain and the inheritance. So you can see how this programmer is a child of this person class. Okay, so let's add some extra functionality to this programmer. Alright, so down here, let's just say develop, actually, let's call this method code. Okay, so make a new method here called code, and it'll just say, okay, console.log, and we'll say this.name is programming, or is coding. Okay, there we are. So now, obviously here, only the programmers have access to this method. So if I was to say person1.code, it's not going to work. Let's save and refresh this. Refresh. Uncaught type error, not a function. So a regular person cannot code. If I change this to programmer1, this time we get the message. Refresh, we get that right there. So you can see how we've added extra functionality to this programmer class while still maintaining the functionality of the person. Let's just prove this right now by calling the describe method on the programmer and not the person. Let's save and refresh, and we still get I'm Dom and I'm 56 years old. So you can see how we're maintaining the same behavior. So back to this function, we might as well finish it off. So let's just create a new array here. Get rid of all this stuff. Let's make a new array. Call this one programmers, equal to an array of programmers. So we'll say new programmer. We'll say Dom with 5-6 years old and 12 years of experience. We'll create one more. Let's just say Jeff once again. Okay, age of, I think it was 24, something like that, and he's got 4 years of experience. Okay, we might as well stop there. That's fine. Okay, so now we can just obviously pass in into this function here, develop software, and pass in these programmers inside the function body. Let's just loop through all these programmers. So we'll say for let programmer in programmers, I believe it is, and we'll say programmer.code. Okay, so we're looping through all the programmers and just calling their code method. If I was to save this and refresh, what do we get? Okay, cool, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, I think it's of, isn't it? Yeah, it's of. Okay, get rid of that. Refresh this, and we get Dom is coding and Jeff is coding. Alright, and that's how you can achieve inheritance using the extends keyword in JavaScript. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.